who joins me live from Ramallah in the occupied West Bank. He is the Secretary General of the Palestinian National Initiative. Thank you so much for being with us on the program. Let me first get your thoughts on this shooting, given that it is a rare occurrence.
Well, it's rare, but at the same time, it reflects a very important situation because it shows, as your correspondent has just said, how much the Arab peoples are angry at what Israel is doing, at this fascist Israeli government, which is committing genocide, collective punishment, and ethnic cleansing of the Palestinian people for almost a year. And these people are angry because the governments in the Arab region are not doing much, really, to stop Israel, not even boycotting Israel, not even imposing sanctions on Israel. So in my opinion, what we've seen today is exactly what we have anticipated, that a gap is growing between the governments and their peoples, and that the Arab people in general are absolutely upset and angry at the atrocities that Palestinians are subjected to, and at the failure of their own governments to respond to that. So this was maybe an individual reaction, but it actually reflects very wide common feeling among the Jordanian people and among the Arab people in general, who are in solidarity with Palestinians, who have been seeing on the TV screen all the killing and destruction that Israel is doing to Palestinians, and they want to do something about it. And this man decided to do something.
Right.
But in general, it's a reflection of a general common feeling.
Looking at the situation now, though, the border crossing has been closed by both sides, and it is a vital crossing for Palestinians in the occupied West Bank. And depending on how long it stays closed, it would have a profound effect on the people there, wouldn't it?
Yes, but it's an act of collective punishment to close the crossing. The crossing, anyhow, is partially functioning. You know, it opens only 5 days a week, and for 4 days only from 8 to 5. And that's not how crossing should be working. You have to remember that this is the only passage for Palestinians in the occupied territories in Palestine to the outside world. So when it is closed, Palestinians are stuck in something like a prison. And Israel has been using this passage as an instrument also of collective punishment from time to time. So when they close it, of course, that means the whole population is cut off, and also lots of major supplies cannot reach the West Bank. There are rumors today that it will be reopened tomorrow, but I'm sure there will be more restrictions for passages through that crossing. The most important thing here is for everybody to remember that what we live in is not a normal situation. It's not normal that we are occupied since 57 years. It's not normal that Palestinians are displaced since 76 years. And it's not normal that we are all subjected to collective punishment in so many different ways.
Indeed. Before I let you go, Mr. Barghouti, I want to ask you about this report that was released by the Washington Post saying that the U.S. is set to present a take-it-or-leave-it proposal to Israel and Hamas in the coming days on those ceasefire negotiations. How do you read into that?
I'm not sure about how accurate this information is, because we receive contradictory messages from the side of the United States. Sometimes they say they're going to present something. Sometimes they say they're abstaining because they are not sure this will be effective. But at the end of the day, the question is, why should the United States present another deal when it has already done one? When Mr. Biden declared his plan, which was approved by the Security Council of the United Nations, and at the time he claimed it was a proposal made by Netanyahu himself. Who undermined that proposal? Netanyahu himself, who retreated from his own proposal. So the United States should stop covering up for Israel. We all know whatever they represent, Netanyahu will not accept. If the United States administration want to do something positive, they have to immediately exercise very serious pressure on Netanyahu to stop this terrible genocide and this war and accept ceasefire. Everybody knows in Israel, in the world, in the United States, that the obstacle is Benjamin Netanyahu and his fascist government. If the United States wants, it can pressure him.
All right, Mustafa Barghouti, thank you so much for joining us here on TRT World and sharing that analysis with us. I appreciate it.
Thank you.